This is high school football on iTalk 1067, presented by Sholo Ford. High school football is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Little Bluebird Studios, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school football.
Well, a wonderful good evening to you. Welcome to Snowflake High School, home of the Lobos, host tonight to the Ben Franklin Chargers. So we get set for high school football action. The Chargers come into the contest with a win on the season. They got a big win over Ganado last week at Round Valley, a game that was actually played on Saturday. And we look forward to seeing just how tough this team was. They were a semifinal team last year in the 3A state championship. And so Ben Franklin's a team that people are taking notice of this year. The Phoenix media has them ranked number 7 this week.
Well, they're a charter school, and, from their performance last week, putting up 63 with just a running game, and I mean just a running game, they had 0 passing yards against Ganado. I don't think they even felt like they needed to try throwing the ball last week. So clearly, heavy reliance on the running game. They have 2 really great running backs, and we'll talk about them here in a little bit. But they're gonna grind it up in the trenches against the Snowflake team. I talked to Coach before the game. He knows they're probably outsized a little bit, but it's not gonna. He's not intimidated in the least with coming right at him with that running game.
Well, we look forward to seeing how they match up with this Ben Franklin team. The Snowflake Lobos got a win over Safford last week here at home, their home opener. They were shutting out Safford clear till the final seconds of the game, and so their defense played very well. They had some miscues on offense and some penalties that they'll want to fix tonight. As we take a look at our Summit Regional Medical Center injury report, brought to you by Summit Regional Medical Center. Don't forget, they've got everything your athlete needs to get back into the game. Summit Regional Medical Center. And our Summit Regional Medical Center injury report is Zach Jefferies for the Chargers. Was their leading rusher last year as a sophomore. He averaged over 1,600 yards last year. And he has, from what we understand, a torn MCL and should be back at some point in the season, but does not look like he's going to play here tonight. We saw him on crutches earlier on. As we go now to our Ace Hardware Keys to the Game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Now with a 24/7 locksmith. Next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key made. Their mobile unit will come to you. And we take a look, first of all, at Ethan Ramage, the quarterback. He's a junior. His first varsity start was last week. He threw 75% of his passes last week, 15 of 20, 115 yards. He did have 2 picks and no touchdowns, but we look for him to have a breakout game here tonight. As we take a look now at David Brimhall. Brimhall, a 5'10", 195-pound senior. Last week, 10 carries, 84 rushes. He certainly has the stuff to be one of the premier backs here in the 3A conference. And then, of course, Luke Patterson, the primary target last week. So we turn our ref's mic back off here for just a second. He was the primary target of Ethan Ramage last week with 6 catches last week, and did get pass deflection on defense as well. And, of course, Luke Patterson moving now to Traegon Standerfer, who led the team in tackles last week with 10 total tackles and did get a sack on the evening. He was moved from quarterback to tight end offensively, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that he wanted to, and the team wanted him to play inside linebacker for him, where he shined last week defensively. He was an anchor on that defense. Punt, let's go to Ben Franklin.
Well, they're led, as we talked about, with their running backs, number 31, Chancin Loving, just a sophomore. Last week totaled up 165 yards on 10 carries, had 3 touchdowns. So he's clearly, and again, just a sophomore, but clearly leading that offensive unit for the Chargers. And then the second player to keep an eye on is his mate in the backfield, number 5, Chandler Miles. He's a senior, and you can see there last week, well, those stats aren't right. He had 164 yards on 10 carries with 3 touchdowns. So between those two running backs, Miles and Loving, almost identical in terms of their stats, both touchdowns, total yards run on carries. So clearly a really strong backfield. And as I highlighted earlier, Coach Jefferies is really looking for that running game to work tonight against the Lobos.
And that's our Ace Hardware Key Players. The game brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains as we watch the Snowflake Lobos take the field. And our camera operator not quite used to following football players yet, but we'll get him up to speed as the Lobos ready to do battle against Ben Franklin here tonight. We're going to take it downstairs for the for the coin toss here in just a moment. As we want to mention that tonight's broadcast is brought to you not only by Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, but also Sholo Ford. Best place to buy your next vehicle. They guarantee the lowest price on your next new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV in the state of Arizona. Go say hello to Guy Hatch and tell him how much you appreciate the broadcasts, and he will make you a tremendous deal on your next vehicle. As we watch the Snowflake captains come out onto the field, looks like David Brimhall, Sam Ruley, Traegon Standerfer, and number 60, Jordan Patton, a 6', 202-pound offensive and defensive lineman. Let's go downstairs and listen to the coin toss.
How are you tonight?
We're good.
Ready to play some football?
Yes, sir. This is nice weather.
This is nice weather. This is the head, this is the tail. That's a head, that's a tail. This coin was given to me by your umpire, Mr. Sneed. He served his country proudly, and I'm proud to flip this coin. You're going to call it in the air. You need to call it where Mr. Sneed can hear you.
All right.
If I don't catch it, it'll get reflipped.
Tails. Tails.
Shoot, I'm going to do that again. That didn't flip worth a darn.
Tails. Tails again.
It's a tail. You get to choose.
We're going to defer.
Okay, you're going to win the toss and defer. Okay, which way would you like to kick? You want the football, I assume. Okay, which way would you like to kick?
Which way you want to kick? We'll kick that way.
Okay, put your backs on that line. Snowflake, your backs are here. Hey, you're going to receive the football. Gentlemen, come out, play hard, have a good game.
All right, there's your coin toss.
And it looks like
as we get set for the Northland Pioneer College kickoff, brought to you by Northland Pioneer College. Lowest tuition in the state of Arizona, Northland Pioneer College. We've had storms all around here tonight, and none of them have hit Snowflake yet. Pretty much everywhere you look around the town of Snowflake, it has been cloudy and rainy on the horizon, but so far no moisture. They did get quite a rain last night that washed out some of their fields. The field tonight is looking pretty good. I know they practiced on it last night. They had a JV game here last night, and it was holding up well to the rain. And a tribute to the Snowflake staff here who does a tremendous job with this facility, has it in great working condition. Camden Smith, Mike Side with punt. Cooley, our spotter and statistician, is Mike Caldwell here tonight. As we get the ball teed up, it'll be Snowflake kicking the football.
Looks like 22, Cody Fox.
Oh, excuse me, it'll be Ben Franklin kicking the football. Cody Fox and Turley are deep to receive for the Snowflake Lobos. Crowd a little late to get here tonight for Snowflake fans still filing in.
Jeremy, are you on?
And for Ben Franklin,
Braden Lemieux is the kicker.
going to call him Braden Lameau for the night. Set to kick this one away. Talked about two backs that got over 100 yards rushing out of this Ben Franklin Charger team last week against Ganado. We'll see if they have the success that they did last week here tonight. Lameau to kick. Good end-over-end kick. Fielded at the 5. Up the left hashes by Turley. Turley to the 20, 25. And it'll be knocked down near the 30-yard line. Go ahead, Bunch.
I was just going to say that's a good return by Snowflake to start off the game on their 30-yard line. Just good surge right up the middle with that wedge.
Let's go, Bones! Let's go, Bones! Let's do it!
Ethan Ramage gets the football here as he gets set to bring his offense out. There's a snap, and
well, he had movement on the defensive line, but also one of the
penalty marker is thrown, and we'll.
Pause the snap, encroachment. Repeat first down.
one of the defensive tackles, number 11 for Franklin.
That is a good sign for Snowflake, because last week a lot of those penalties were on them. They get 5 free yards from the 35, 1st and 5. Ramage over the middle, caught by Standerfer, the big tight end. Rambles to a first down. It's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down at the 45-yard line. Cade McAfee on the tackle.
Just a good job by Standerfer, just sinking deep enough behind that linebacker core and wide open in the middle of the field. A good pass by Ramage to start off the offense.
There's a snap to Ramage. And hand to Turley. Turley with not much there. Hits the line of scrimmage at the 45, falls forward for a yard. McAfee on the stop for the Chargers.
And that's just good linebacker play. He saw the gap open, did McAfee, and went in quickly to fill it. Good foot movement by the runner, though. It looked like he might be able to break away for a second there. But good defensive play there for the Chargers.
Lobos looking pretty sharp in their opening series. 2nd down and 9 now from the 46. Shotgun snap to Ramage. Pitches right to Turley. Turley tries to get around the edge. He will not get there.
Good defensive speed there. Both at the line of a point of attack at the line of a scrimmage, but also you saw those defensive backs in good pursuit. Just no room for the runner.
Turley's another one of those players to watch, but he cannot get loose on this play. Gets a half a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 8. Not sure what's happened to our
Snowflake usually likes to go to a wideout screen on plays like this.
There's the shotgun snap to
Good
Ramage.
rush.
He's looking to his left. He's in trouble. He's going to be sacked. Brought down by number 63, Matthew Tusher, the junior linebacker, got to him.
Well, it all starts with that rush by Braden Lameau, number 67. He put initial pressure and forced Ramage to leave the pocket. and end up getting on that sack. Brimhall.
Looks like Chandler Miles is back to receive this one for the Chargers. Stands at his 25. Cody Fox to punt. Will punt it at his 32. End over end, short punt. Takes a snowflake bounce at the 38 and rolls to the 30-yard line where it looked like it may have hit Ruley and died right at the 30. Ruley picks it up there, and that's where the Chargers will have their opening possession. So Snowflake started out pretty tough, and then all of a sudden they run into a wall. And I'm not sure if that's going to be characteristic tonight or not, if they're going to have the speed to get around the outside or not, but we'll find out, punt.
Well, and you can see Ben Franklin, we talked about them preferring the running game. They really crowd the line of scrimmage. Those gaps in between linemen up front are very tiny.
Miles takes it right side. Gain of 2 or 3 on the carry.
There's no shortage of size on either team at that line of scrimmage either. Snowflake with a big defensive front. We saw them have a great game last week, filling gaps and just holding the line. But they're up against a much bigger line, it looks like, this week.
Miles sweeping left side. And Brimhall on the stop. Tight set here tonight from the Chargers, and a key third down here. It'll be 3rd down and 3. A long 3 or a short 4. So on 3rd and 4 from the Charger 42, a keeper, and he's hit at the yard to gain and hit backwards, but he may have just got across it. It was Bowen.
That was a big hit too. You can see the quarterback's gonna he's gonna stay in, but he got rung a little bit. He was up, face up to take that hit, and it dropped him quick.
Good enough for a Mountain Mobile Autoglass first down. Just does get across the yard to gain, which was just over the 40-yard line. They'll mark him at the 41. Chargers with a fresh set of downs. A double wing set, double tight ends, and hand the ball right side to Loving, and the Lobos are there.
Jesse Sparks just blew that plate up. The defensive end on that left side just comes straight in and just blew that play up right from the get-go. Great play by Sparks.
Jesse Sparks, the 6'1", 264-pound junior, who is a transfer in this year for Snowflake. And they are loving him right now. Had about 7 or 8 tackles last week. And a great emotional spark for this defense. In trouble is Bowman. He's going to run left side, has room, gets out to midfield, and he'll be about a yard shy of a first down right at the 50-yard line. Bryden Hatch finally brings him down for the Lobos.
That's some good speed by Bowen, leaving the pocket, finds that open field out on the left sideline, and just doing a good job to gain 9 yards. So he's really close to the first down there.
Yeah, Bowen just recognizing quickly what he needs to do. 3rd down and 1. Big gut check time for Snowflake. Take the snap, go straight ahead. 2 or 3 yards on the carry. And that's number 11. We'll see if Ron Everingham can get a name for us on number 11. We do not have him on our roster. Let's see if Max Preps has anything on him.
You're fine. Can't give up 9 on second. All right. Fly around here. Let's go.
So Mountain Mobile Autoglass, first down, and they give to Loving. Loving sweeps right side, and he finds some room out to the 40-yard line of the Lobos. He'll be knocked down at the 42 by Patterson. A gain of 6, second down and 4.
And again, Ben Franklin, they have those really tight gaps up front on their line, no special formations, and they just use team blocking up front at the point of attack, that time getting a really good line surge against a defensive front to allow a good gain there.
So we've checked Max Preps, and they do not have number 11 either. So we'll try and figure out who that is as we go here. And they try to go left side this time on the counter. It's Miles trying to get to the edge, and he's turned away. He gains one on the carry.
Jordan Patton that time on the right defensive line, defensive end position, doing a good job staying low and attacking low around the ankles. Of course, with help from the outside backers as well. So a good defensive stand there by Snowflake.
No score with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to play here in this first quarter, and we get movement across the line.
Looked like Jesse Sparks on that left end, number 55.
Hey, tell him to make up for it. He's all right. Tell him to make up for it.
Chuck Copeland on the call. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down for Snowflake the easy way.
Pick up the energy. Let's go.
Great shot by our camera crew. Chargers just keeping this going. They go give to Loving this time, and Loving has 3 or 4 yards. And, Chargers just happy to play smash mouth football.
Yep, they're just running up the gut with that good line surge in the middle. Again, really stacked in tight. Those offensive linemen just playing straight ahead, zone blocking. And occasionally we'll see them do a little quick pitch out. That time just going right up the gut for a nice little gain.
Second down at 6. Ball at the Snowflake 33-yard line. They set Loving in motion. They go reverse on the counter to a reverse to Miles. Miles gets to the 30-yard line. Rulli on the tackle that time for Snowflake. And you can hear the coaching staff of Snowflake asking for a big play right here. 3rd down and 3, call it 3rd and 4 from the 30-yard line. Big time play right now for Snowflake. Let's see if they can respond. Bowen under center. Sets Loving in motion, fake to him. He rolls to his right, and he slips up inside. He got around one tackler, and I think he has a first down. He gets about 4 yards. The guy that was in the backfield that looked like he was going to get him was Bryden Hatch. And he skips right past him, and they tackle him shy of a first down, though, at 4th down and 1.
They're going to go quick here on this play.
Going quickly to the line, hand it straight ahead. Snowflake stands him up, pushes him back. Sparks the first one there for Snowflake. And then a bunch of players snow him under, and he will not get it. Snowflake, a defensive stand right at their 30-yard line.
Great job defensively for Snowflake that time, just filling up all those inside gaps and just denying the runner as soon as he hit that line of scrimmage.
They'll have it at the 27. As Ramage will bring his offense back out onto the field. Tonight's contest is brought to you in part by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store in Pine Top. Great selection of hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear. You'll find it out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store.
Let's go, you better win. Let's go.
Handed off up the middle, and a big run for Brimhall. Brimhall out across the 35 to the 38-yard line. So we take a look at this one again. Just picking his way through traffic and finds a nice little seam. Gets 9 yards on first down.
Great blocking that time, of course, at the line of scrimmage to make a nice hole, but then in the next level, good blocking in on those inside linebackers to allow that gain for Snowflake. Probably one of their biggest running plays so far in this young football game.
So we just found out number 11 is Tanner Willis. They give it to Brimhall again. He's got a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down to the 45. Brimhall, the Lobos leading back last week, rips off another first down for Snowflake. Tanner Willis is our number 11 on the Chargers roster. When Ron told us it was Tanner Willis, I thought, no, that's a Snowflake name, but it's not. It's Ben Franklin name. He was 77 on the roster. Looks like they've moved him to number 11. Fresh set of downs for the Lobos. Handed off to Turley, and Turley cannot get started. Turley up to the 41-yard line.
I'm trying to find the number there. Number 63 for Ben Franklin, Matthew Tusher. Great job by him. He just beat the block at the line of scrimmage, was able to get deep into the backfield and catch the runner right after he received the handoff.
Second down and 12. Patterson wide to the right side of the formation. Ramage with two backs in the I formation. They give to Brimhall. Brimhall slips the tackle, has a first down, left side, out to the 40. He'll be knocked down at the Chargers' 35-yard line by Miles. And another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down, and you can see why folks are talking about this running back here, David Brimhall, the 5'11", 201-pounder.
Well, we'll see a replay here. He beats that tackle right at the line of scrimmage, and then a great move on the corner to get inside and pick up at least another 15 yards. Great piece of running by Brimhall.
Brimhall again has another first down as he carries a tackler with him inside the 35, or rather inside the 25. And he'll be knocked down at the 23-yard line.
Well, I think Snowflake, we've seen them be very effective with this running game so far in this second possession. Coaches must have picked something up after that first possession because they just didn't really move the ball well running the football. So I'm not sure if they're changing up their blocking scheme or maybe their spacing, but whatever adjustments they made after that first possession are really showing up here in the second possession.
Brimhall sets himself as the back in the offset eye. They give to Turley right side, and Turley carries a tackler with him out across the 20. Inside the 20, he'll be knocked down at the 17. Lamo on the tackle that time for Ben Franklin.
McAfee as well.
51 blue, holding.
Penalty marker thrown, and we get a 5-yard penalty. 10-yard penalty from the spot.
.51 blue, holding. Misspoke. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
And the 30 ball will be brought back after the holding call to the Charger 37. Near side comes Patterson, single receiver out to the left side. I believe that's Rulli out there. And we get a jump. Looks like that one off the left side of the line.
Encroachment. White. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Well, that's an outside linebacker, 81, Jordan Kemp on the left side. He was wanting to get in there quickly and just jumped the snap.
Lobos get 5 of that 10 back. First down and 10, and another hard snap count, and Chargers jumping off again.
Snap, encroachment, White, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
And a timeout for the Chargers. We'll take it with them. 48 seconds left here in the quarter. No score. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Well, we welcome you back to Snowflake High School. Shola Ford's presentation of high school football. We'll ask Ashley back in the studio to take us out of audition. Get rid of the echo in our ears. There we go. We'll go play action, and they throw to Turley out here on the right side, and a big defensive play. Jordan Kemp comes up and closes on Turley right as he catches the pass for a loss on the play.
Great defensive play by Kemp. He was being blocked by Standerfer, the tight end, but just a great job by Kemp of ripping through that block and getting right to the ball as soon as the back caught that pass.
Second down and 11. Scoreboard reads 2nd and 12, but it's a long 11. Give it to Brimhall. Brimhall tripped up as he gets to the 20. And they'll mark him right at the 20-yard line. McAfee on the stop for the Chargers.
That's Cade McAfee coming up to fill that gap as a linebacker and just able to trip up the runner.
That's going to end the first quarter. We step away. No score. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide, and iTalk1067.com.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
Well, we welcome you back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7. No score. Lobos threatening here from their 20-yard line, but have to pick up a big third down play here. 3rd and 8. There's the snap, play action, throw left to Turley. Turley cuts it to the outside, turns it upfield. He'll be caught just shy of the 15-yard line. Miles able to get to him before he gets to the edge.
That's a great read, good vision by Turley. He starts up the field and sees the defense collapsing on him and makes that quick cut to the outside and gains actually a couple of yards that he otherwise probably would have lost had he just kept going when he first started out.
No gain on the play. It's going to be 4th down and 7. Trip set to the right, single receiver to the left, single back in the backfield. Ramage throws right side, this time to Brimhall. Brimhall fighting his way, gets stood up and then hammered at the 15-yard line. He'll be well shy of a first down, and so they will turn the ball over on downs. Bowen, the first man there, the first person to stand him up, then Cade McAfee stuck him in the chest and knocked him to the ground. And at the second possession that has been turned over on downs tonight, one for Benjamin Franklin and now one for Snowflake. Bowen under center, sets Chancin Loving in motion and hitting the backfield. Is that Brimhall back there?
That's number 28.
28. Brigden Turley.
Well, Ben Franklin just kind of they're using their backs a lot to block, and they just ran out of blockers once Turley showed up. He had a clean shot at the runner and just did a great job with that open field tackle.
Under center is Bowen. Man in motion back behind the formation. Rolling to his left is Bowen. Bowen stops, throws. It is caught. Patterson on the defense. The reception is made. Good for a first down at the Charger 29-yard line.
That's an excellent catch considering the defensive coverage. Chandler Miles on the reception. But look at the timing of this hit by Patterson. You can't play it any better defensively, but just an outstanding catch.
Yeah, well covered, but doing a great job of shielding the defender with his body was Miles, and Miles picking up the first down for Benjamin Franklin. And a timeout called.
Official timeout. They're trying to get the chains set up.
Everything okay over there, Shane?
No score, second quarter. Benjamin Franklin with the football. Takes a snap,
Quarterback.
and hands it to Loving this time. Loving, couple of yards, across the 30-yard line. Standerfer there in on the stop for Snowflake. Standerfer with 10 tackles last week and helped up off the ground.
There's just not a lot of room inside the tackles on that line of scrimmage with those offensive linemen alignments being so tight. It pulls the defensive line in as well, and it's hard to see how they can find any gaps to run through.
Snowflake with a four-man front, and there, like you said, there's not much room between them. They pitch to Miles this time. Miles with room around the left side. Standerfer's going to drop him after he crosses the 35. He'll be marked down at the 38-yard line. Patterson also in on the stop for the Lobos. But good yardage on that play, and it brings up 3rd and short. So far tonight, the Chargers have been pretty happy to get 2 or 3 yards a carry. Miles is on the right wing. Loving is the left wing. Bowen under center. They set Miles in motion this time, and they go counter reverse to Loving, and Loving going to be stacked up and driven backwards. Standerfer in on the stop. Also Sparks was back there with the Lobos.
I'm sorry, Camden, go ahead. That's just a good job by Snowflake staying in their lanes up front defensively. You know, they had that reverse counter action, but linebacker stayed home, as did the defensive front. Just an outstanding job.
Well, you can see why they have Traegon Standerfer in that inside linebacker this year. Moving him from the quarterback position allows them to play him, as Sparks just about got a penalty there, coming in a little close on that. Patterson fields it on a block, on a hop, and slips and trips over his own feet at the 26-yard line. And Sparks ran into the punter. The penalty marker, though, was thrown over here on the 42-yard line.
Got a personal foul, blue number 66, targeting.
Lobos are going to get a targeting call. That was Justin White that will get called for that.
Bye. Okay, I got a personal foul, targeting number 66, blue, and it's timeout, Snowflake.
Snowflake calls a timeout. We take it with him. 8:10 left to play, second quarter, no score. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back here to Snowflake High School. It is the Snowflake Lobos and the Ben Franklin Chargers here tonight. And no score on the scoreboard. We've got 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in the half. And we get set here to see if Snowflake can work this out of their own territory. After the penalty, they had the ball at the 20, I think they had it at the 26-yard line. Now after the unsportsmanlike, they'll mark it at the 12. Ramage looking to throw down the middle of the field. He has a man. It's Rulli, and Rulli cannot catch up with the pass. That was just overthrown by Ramage. Didn't quite put enough air under it.
Well, Rulli's got some wheels. You could see him break to the middle, and he was carrying a cornerback behind him, but the safety, the free safety, had moved up to open that passing lane up, and just as you said, just a little bit overthrown. He had to throw it deep, though, to get it over those safeties of Ben Franklin's defense.
Rulli comes wide to the right side. Brimhall's in a bunch set on the right side, a trip set on the right side. Rulli's on the left, I should say. They hand it off straight ahead to Turley. Turley hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
Braden Lemieux, is that what we're saying? Lemo, doing a good job. He's the first to make contact, just slicing through that block at the line of scrimmage and then getting help from his linebackers.
Well, it's going to be tough for the Lobos if they don't pick up a first down here. They're going to give the Chargers the ball back with pretty good field position. Ramage, 2 men in the eye behind him from the gun. Throws it across the middle. It is almost picked off. Intended for Standerfer. McAfee got 2 hands on it but couldn't haul it in as he threw that into double coverage.
And looked like Standerfer may have slipped or something. Yeah, that's just poorly thrown ball. Standerfer way behind Standerfer. He just couldn't get his cleats to grip as he starts sliding, trying to reach backwards. And that's what allowed the defense to get a hand on that pass.
I just don't think Standerfer was open that time. Fox to punt. Man. Another end-over-end punt that's going to be short. Takes a Snowflake bounce after it bounces at the 34 and then rolls to the Snowflake 41, where the Chargers will have their next possession. Still no score. 7 minutes, 13 seconds left to play here in the first half.
Well, Ben Franklin on that last Snowflake possession defensively doing a much better job against the run. We saw in the previous possession by Snowflake, they really unloaded with Brimhall in particular, making those runs up the middle. But that last defensive stand by the Chargers, much, much better.
Bowen takes the snap. We need to switch to a different camera angle, and then we'll get a chance to see about 3 or 4 yards on that carry.
And I don't know where he found those 3 or 4 yards because, again, that's so crowded up front. But he's able to just slice through and find those little gaps in that Snowflake defense.
2nd down and 6. Ball at the Snowflake 37. Chargers take the snap, hand to Miles. He's looking for room off the left side. Going to be hit by Brimhall after a gain of 2 to the 34.
And again, just a good wall that time by Ben Franklin, line and backs joining together just to set up that wall to allow that runner some space on the outside before the Snowflake secondary come in to bring him down for the tackle. But it leaves Ben Franklin here with about a 3rd and 2, so 3rd and 3.
Hand to Miles. Miles to the left this time. And Hatch able to get his shoelaces. They mark him shy of a first down by a yard at the Snowflake 32.
Be interesting to see what Ben Franklin decides to do here. Looks like they're going to go ahead and go for it.
Personnel change for Snowflake. Checking in is Caleb Ucatil on the defensive line.
So they're trying to draw off. Snowflake didn't happen, so they're going to go ahead and call it timeout.
So Ben Franklin timeout. We'll keep it here with 5.5 left to play and talk about our broadcast schedule. Also, we'll remind you that next week we'll be in St. John's, where the Yellow Jackets will take on the Redskins in what has become an annual slugfest between those two teams. And St. John's has had the better shot at the Yellow Jackets in recent years, and with the Jackets improving year to year, we'll see how that turns out. St. John's touted as the number 4 team in 2A this year, so that should be a big game. Also, we've got Arizona State University Sun Devil tickets to give away. If you'd like to win those tonight, we've got 4 of them, lower level seats for their home opener coming up next Saturday. If you'd like to go, call 928-532-1010 and register to win those here tonight. We'll do the drawing in the fourth quarter. That's 928-532-1010. Bowen on 4th down and 1. Takes the snap, hand straight ahead, and Willis has got the first down across the 30. They'll mark him at the 29, a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down, as you see Sparks shaking his head there.
That's just great line surge in the interior there. Just a real simple play. Push hard up the middle, and then enough to get the first down. So the Chargers able to keep their drive alive. You know, we've seen both offenses in their last few possessions, Camden, do really well in the middle of the field. But when they get down into the red zone, both offenses just haven't been able to put points up. So we'll see what happens here.
From the Snowflake 29-yard line, Bowen's going to pass here. Play action, rolls right, throws it, has a man open at the 5. It is caught by McAfee. He falls down at the 4-yard line. Another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down for the Ben Franklin Chargers.
So that's McAfee coming out of the backfield and just beats the safety to the outside. And little bit of error under that pass, but still enough for the receiver to get to it, and a rare pass for the Chargers. They don't pass much, but that time a great call by coach to put him within the 5-yard line for the first time tonight.
Bowen under center. Puts a man in motion. That's Miles. Going to hand to him. He's going to sweep out to the left side. Can he get the edge? He does. Touchdown. Ben Franklin scores it from 4 yards out.
Great speed by Miles. Just able to outrun the defensive pursuit to that corner. That corner cone is all he needed to get to, and he was able to get there.
Short field led to this touchdown for Benjamin Franklin. They started this drive, if I recall correctly, around the 40. Lamoda put the point after try up, and he punches it through. That's money. 7-0 Ben Franklin with 4:44 left to play in the half. We'll step away. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Northland Pioneer College kickoff.
Short kick.
It's going to go out of bounds at the 32-yard line. We'll ask Ashley to take our audio out of audition. And it was a short field. I can't remember where Ben Franklin took over. It seems like it was around the 40 45-yard line, somewhere in that area. And so that leads to the first touchdown of the game with 4:44 left. They score it on a 4-yard touchdown carry. Chandler Miles around the left side, and it's 7-0 here at Snowflake. Lobos have shown moments where they can move the football. Let's see what they do on this possession. They've got good field position. They'll be at their own 38 to start this drive. Ramage in the gun, 2 men split out left and right. Hand it to Brimhall. He's hitting the backfield and nothing there. McAfee slices his way through and knocks him down.
Great job by the linebacker, McAfee. He's as soon as that ball snapped, he's shooting the gap and able to meet Brimhall right at the point of attack with an outstanding tackle.
Second down and 11. After the loss of 1 on the play. Receiver here to the near side, I believe it's Rulli, and the wide side is, or the far side is Patterson. They throw to Rulli on a quick slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Reeves.
Outstanding defensive play. You cannot fault the receiver, Sam Rule. He made his cut to the inside, well-placed pass. But credit that defensive play. Number 9 just jumps in and takes the ball away from the receiver.
Well, that looked like Rulli was going to get it, punt.
Yeah, you can't fault the pass. Like I said, it's a perfect time pass to the receiver, good route. But just exceptional defense. Grant Reeves jumping in and just taking the ball away from the receiver.
First down and 10. Another short field for the Chargers. They give to Miles. He's going to go left side. And Miles has 4 or 5 yards out across midfield to the 48 of Snowflake. Chandler Miles led the team in rushing last week. Actually, now that I think about it, it may have been Loving who had one more yard than Miles. Miles with 4 touchdowns, though, on the night. Scores the first touchdown tonight here for the Chargers. Second down and 5. And a keeper. That looked like Bowen. Looked like somebody missed an assignment. That looked like a blown play.
Standerfer and Beatty for Snowflake both in on that play.
So third down now and 5. And looking to throw is Bowen. He's in trouble, hit as he throws, and it's going to be incomplete as he throws downfield. Bowen slow to get up. Turley.
Not sure who the intended receiver was there. He had 81, the tight end, Kemp, on the short flat, but then looked like Loving further behind. Loving's the one that actually ended up having a shot at catching that thing, but overthrew the nearest Kemp and just short of Loving.
Well, you got to credit Brigden Turley on that as he forced him to throw off his back foot. Bowen, they're going to shift here, and we get penalty marker as.
Oh, they're going to call Snowflake for jumping.
Snap, Coachman, Snowflake.
This is going to change things. Well, it's enough for the first down. I wasn't sure if it would be enough for the first down, but that's a great call by Ben Franklin to get that.
Or they hop out, they shift.
Like they were going to shift into a punt formation, but it was enough to draw the defense off.
Not sure that was even the intention of Ben Franklin, but nonetheless, they get an easy Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. And now we get a timeout called by Ben Franklin. We step away, 2:21 left to play in the half. Ben Franklin up 7-0. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide at iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so we can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back. Sholo Ford presents high school football here tonight. Ben Franklin with a 7-0 lead over the Snowflake Lobos. And a fresh set of downs in Snowflake territory at the Snowflake 42. Bowen under center.
Oh, they're going into a spread.
They spread things out here. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. High snap. Bowen's going to chase it, and he falls down on his own 36-yard line.
That's a killer for Ben Franklin. Big break for Snowflake there. Ben Franklin, for the first time tonight with that shift, goes into that spread formation. Looks like they were going to try running or passing the ball deep perhaps, but ends up losing, 20 yards or more?
Well, we missed the snap there, but the snap was well over Bowen's head. Nothing he could do with it. Makes the smart play just to fall on it. Preserving the possession. And now they, with a second down and a zip code to go, they lose 24 yards on that play. So 2nd and 34. Bowen to throw. In trouble, slips the tackle, but he's going to go down. At the 36-yard line. Bradley Ruiz had him but couldn't wrap him up. He squirted free and fell forward back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, great job by Ruiz and with a couple of his teammates up front there. Just great penetration, breaking up that pocket, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket.
Well, it's timeout on the field. Ben Franklin wanting to stop the clock with 1:32 left. And Snowflake with a big break with that bad snap. So we start to feel some pretty good wind coming in from the south here. Southwest. Flag looks like it's pretty stable and steady, but up here at the top of the stands, we're picking up some good wind. You can hear the wind coming across our official's mic. Third down and 34 after the timeout. Looks like the Chargers going to go back to their tight set. Bowen under center here. The two wings and the single back. Play action. Bowen in trouble. Looking. Can't find anyone to go to. And he's going to be sacked.
And if you look at all the numbers in the backfield on the quarterback, it's every single one of the defensive linemen for the Lobos. Just a great job as a unit, staying in their lanes initially and then just pinching and pinching down and not leaving their quarterback any options. Just a great defensive stand there for the Lobos.
I think that was Justin White. We see him come off the field, credited with the sack. And so Snowflake pinned their ears back and came after him. So now on 4th down, Snowflake calls timeout to preserve time on the clock with 1:24 remaining in the half. And we'll see if we can get, I want to remind you, our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show's coming up. Don't forget, great skiing to be had this coming season up at Sunrise. The expectation is that there's going to be terrific snow, and we're going to have terrific skiing up there. So we'll look forward to that this winter. And our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show will break down this first half. Also looking forward to a interview with Coach Solomon.
Scoot up two.
Ron Everingham set to get that interview for us. Bowen's going to punt here, stands at his 4. And Christensen trying to field it, but he steps away from it as it's short, and it's going to bounce at the Charger 47, where the Lobos will have the football with 1:16 left to play in the half. And we get a chance to see if Ramage can get some his passing game going here. Apart from some questionable decisions on Ramage with regard to throwing into double coverage a few times and the 2 interceptions last week, he did complete 75% of his throws. And so,
well, they've had moments with their running game where they've been very effective in moving the ball down the field.
Ramage in the gun, calling out the signals. Spingle back by him as Turley. Screen set up to Turley. Turley has room to the 40. He's going to be tripped up and spun down at the 36-yard line, close to a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. We'll see if he's got enough for the first down. He does.
That's a good call by Snowflake, recognizing the big rush from that offense or from that defensive front, just dropping it right over the top. Good gain for the first down.
And a penalty marker flies.
Prior to snap, false start, number 28 blue.
So a procedure call against Snowflake. Not what they needed here. Now the clock should start once they set it, right? Penalty doesn't stop the clock. Snowflake a little slow to get to the line of scrimmage. They're going to let a lot of time burn off here. Not sure why they didn't just run the play that they had in there. But 48 seconds now. Ramage gets his troops to the line of scrimmage. Trips left, single receiver to the right. He rolls to his left, throws as he's hit. Near side, and he just threw it out of bounds. Intended for Patterson. Glover was in his face.
Yeah, that's a tough throw to make right as that defender is climbing up into your face. He's able to get it out to the sideline, but just not in a good position at all for the receiver to make the catch. Nevertheless, does stop the clock for the Lobos here with 38 seconds left.
So Ramage will quickly bring the play in. This time they have time to huddle because they got the incomplete pass. 2nd and 15. Ball at the Charger 40. Twin receivers to the left and right. Ramage dropping. Now comes left side. He throws, and it is caught! It is caught by Sam Ruley for a first down. A Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down inside the 20. They mark him at the 16.
That's an outstanding catch by Ruley. Again, the defender right there as soon as he touches it. In fact, it looked like it was the defender was also trying to go for the ball, but outstanding catch.
And Ramage is going to throw the ball down to stop the clock here with 26 seconds left. He spikes it. And I'm surprised. I was surprised he wasn't out of bounds on that play. They must have had a knee that went down inbounds or something.
I couldn't really see from here.
Because that sure looked like he was knocked out of bounds. We'll have to get some clarification on that rule. From the 16-yard line, 2nd down and 10. Patterson wide to the right. Sam Ruley is the wide receiver here to the near side. Standerfer's the tight end on the right side. Ramage from the gun. It's actually Christian on the right side. He throws to Brimhall, and Brimhall.
Great job by Brimhall.
Makes the catch, turns it upfield at the 10, and gets to the 5-yard line. He'll be knocked down at the 4.
Brimhall just outstanding, not going down on that first hit.
And Ramage will spike it again. And that brings up 4th down. So I'll tell you one thing Snowflake is going to work on is a hurry-up offense in the coming weeks so they don't have to give up downs to stop the clock. 6 seconds left.
So they're 4th and 9 to get it into the end zone. Interesting to see what they call here. The Lobos 9 yards out, and this is their last play of the half.
4th down and 2 from the 4-yard line. Yard to gain's the 2-yard line. But they probably, as you say, Punt, need to score here. Ramage has time, throws to the left towards Ruby, diving catch, and it is picked off. Oh man, that's the second one tonight that Rulli
We lost vision. We're gonna have to rely on the replay here with all this folks in the stands standing up. He just
like
takes it away.
Oh.
Takes it away from him in the end zone.
Reeves on the interception, his second of the night, steals a Snowflake touchdown. 7-0, Ben Franklin. Our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show is coming up next. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Well, we welcome you back, and finally got some bumper music coming back to us for some reason. Don't know why that's all of a sudden working, but it's the Benjamin Franklin Chargers up 7-0 over the Lobos here in Snowflake as we go to our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show, brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. as the Snowflake Marching Band gets set to do their halftime show here tonight. We recap the first half for you. Neither team able to score on their first 3 possessions. Ben Franklin took advantage of a short field goal late in the second quarter. And with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left to play in the second, they score on a 4-yard carry around the left side by Chandler Miles. The PAT is good, and the score 7-0 in favor of the Chargers. Neither team able to score beyond that in the second quarter. Snowflake had a chance to score there in the waning seconds of the contest. Ruley had a pass stolen away from him. Looked like he had the reception and just was unable to come down with it as Grant Reeves, the senior defensive back, goes up in the air with Ruley and just takes the ball away from him for his second interception of the night. This one wiping off a touchdown that should have tied the ball game here. Unfortunately for Snowflake, they trail 7-0 here at the break. As we listen to the Snowflake Marching Band, we will step away and be back with more of our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show when we return. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Welcome back. Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football, and it's 7-0 Ben Franklin over the Lobos here at intermission, and this is the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show, and we now go to our spotter and statistician tonight with a look inside the numbers. It's Mike Caldwell. Mike.
Hey, thanks, Camden. As the score indicates, it's a pretty tight defensive battle, and the stats kind of reflect that. Starting for the visiting Benjamin Franklin, Danner Bowen, quarterback Danner Bowen is 2 for 3 for 42 yards. However, he did have a big 27-yard pass to McAfee that led to their only touchdown of the game. Rushing for the Benjamin Franklin is leading the way is Chandler Miles, 9 carries for 28 yards and a TD, 4-yard TD. Then Chancin Loving chipped in 5 carries for 10 yards. Overall, Snowflake actually, his defense is really playing well. They got 42 yards passing, and rushing they have 21 carries for 33 yards. So Snowflake's held Benjamin Franklin to 75 yards. Benjamin Franklin doesn't have any turnovers, and I think they had the 3 penalties right in one series, offsides, but they played a pretty clean game. They did have the bad snap that ruined no momentum. They lost 24 yards. For the Snowflake Lobos, Ethan Ramage passing is 6 for 12, 57 yards, but 2 big interceptions, both by Grant Reeves from the Benjamin Franklin. David Brimhall again is leading the way on the rushing, 5 carries for 56 yards. We've got Bridgen Turley. Everybody else is in the minus yard. Bridgen Turley has 5 carries for -5 yards. Ethan Ramage was sacked once for -7, and then Cody Fox added a carry for just 1 yard. So Benjamin Franklin's, Snowflake's moving the ball between the 20s, but once they get inside, they're getting shut down by Benjamin Franklin, whose defense is playing well too. They've totaled 43 yards rushing and 57 yards passing, so they're right at 100 yards. They've got 5 penalties, so they've knocked down the penalties this week, but they had those 2 interceptions that were really, can't take it from, it wasn't Ramage's fault or anybody's fault, but just a great play by number 9, Grant Reeves from Benjamin Franklin. So those are the stats for you, Camden.
All right, thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. And we'll step away as we take a look at our second half adjustments. We get an insider look and hopefully a interview with Coach Solomon when we return. This is the Sunrise Park Resort Halftime Show brought to you by Sunrise Park Resort. Excellent skiing is expected. We invite you to check it out at sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com. This broadcast is brought to you and presented by Sholo Ford on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
All right, we welcome you back to Snowflake High School, 7-0 Ben Franklin. Let's go downstairs and check in with Ron Everingham. Ron?
Coach Solomon, really tight first half. You're playing a lot cleaner, but tell me a little bit about the takeaways there that really had. How did you see it?
Well, you know, the last one, I don't know that he made the catch and got a foot down, but I was wanting a holding call on the route. I felt like he was being held as he went into his break on the route, but you know, we can't complain about calls. You're right. We've played a lot cleaner game tonight. Their one touchdown, we did help them with the one personal foul that we got, so we still got to clean that up a little bit better. But you know, we're happy. We've moved the ball, but of course we just got to finish. And so we looked at a few things. I think we got some things figured out here.
Okay. Good luck second half, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate that. Appreciate Coach Solomon taking time with us as we now get Punt Cooley back on this halftime show, this Sunrise Park Resort halftime show, to bring us our second half adjustments. And what are your thoughts on this punt? I mean, obviously Snowflake's playing a lot better than they did last week, but don't have any points up yet.
Yeah, their timing, you know, in terms of their backfield, just handoffs and things like that. We saw last week they were just not really executing really well. Tonight, they're totally different looking. But I think it's really what Coach said. They've been able to run the ball in spots. We've seen them throw. You know, early in the game, Ramage, I felt really struggled. He just didn't have his feet. He wasn't finding receivers. We saw him throw almost another interception, throwing way behind one of the receivers. But then later in that second half, he really started to get into a rhythm, I felt. He made some really exceptional passes. Even the one first interception that we saw from Reeves, where he took that first pass away, that was a well-placed pass on a good route. You know, the defense just won out in that case. So I think, you know, Ramage is really starting to get his groove as far as the passing game goes. I think the big key for Snowflake is just get consistent offensively and like Coach said, finish a drive. You know, we've seen them in spurts, move especially in the middle of the field, but they just kind of run out of gas when they get into the red zone. And if they can just, you know, bear down and stay consistent and keep playing hard in the red zone, I think, you know, they have the offense to put points up on the board. And then Ben Franklin, and oh, by the way, Snowflake's defense is solid. I mean, this has been a defensive battle for both teams really the entire game. You know, what did we have? 75 total yards for Ben Franklin in the first half, 100 for Snowflake. None of these teams are dominating, so these defenses are playing really solid. I think in the case of Ben Franklin, if they can just keep a little bit of a running game and manage the clock and continue to shut down Snowflake, I think that's going to be their key. I think they're not going to come out with anything fancy. And if they can just dominate the clock, I think in the second half, that'll be a lot of their strategy.
Well, we're set to kick it off here to get the second half underway. 7-0 Ben Franklin. And looking at a new jersey number down there. Maybe Sam Crockett on the kickoff. I don't know. He does. It's a short kick, nonetheless. Gives Ben Franklin the football at the 33-yard line on the return. And we remind you that if you'd like to win some Sun Devil tickets to watch ASU in action in their home opener, their season opener, this not tomorrow, but the next Saturday, they open up the season. We've got seats, 4 tickets for you to take your family down and watch the game. They are on the 14 rows up. Great seats, and you can win those by calling 928-532-1010. 928-532-1010. Get yourself registered. We're going to draw for a winner coming up later tonight. And the keeper by Bowen is going to be stopped after a gain of a couple, maybe 3 yards on the carry. Turley, the first one there for the Lobos to get him.
Patterson doing a good job from his safety position coming in to finish off on that tackle.
And we're getting word that the Altusay Falcons may be up on Blue Ridge 14-0 at the half. That's the unofficial score that we're hearing right now. Ben Franklin takes the carry and carries for another 3 or 4 yards. 43 yards. Call it 42. 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Bowen sets a man in motion. That's Loving. Loving looking for room off the right side. He's going to be hit and pushed backwards. Had a yard to gain. The yard to gain is the 39.
There's a lot of bodies.
He's close to it.
Yeah, he's very close to it. You can see him just tuck down behind those big linemen and grab a hold of a belt loop and just try to follow them as far as they'll take him. This time it looks like he's going to come up short with, no, they're going to give it to him.
That's at the 44-yard line. I said the 39. It's actually at the 44. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. Snowflake fans don't like it. Ben Franklin breaks their huddle with a fresh set of downs after the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. Bowen under center. Set Loving in motion, and on the reverse, they give to Miles to the left side. He dips in and then goes to the outside, and he's going to be knocked down, but not before he picks up a first down at the Snowflake 44-yard line. Ruley and Patterson combine on the tackle for Snowflake. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down, though.
Well, they have that cross action in the backfield that keeps the defensive linemen and the linebackers actually, I think, in tight. And with Miles, once he gets outside, he's just able to beat him to the outside. You know, the linemen obviously and the linebackers as well. It's a good run.
Ben Franklin, opening paragraph of the 3rd quarter. Here from Snowflake High School, Ben Franklin takes it straight ahead this time to get 3 or 4 yards to the 40.
And again, this is that running game we talked about from the Chargers. Nothing fancy. They just grind it up the middle, maybe go outside a little bit. But the more, of course, they can have these extended drives and burn the clock, it's going to put that much more pressure on Snowflake.
Carter Solomon checking into the lineup for Snowflake. And Bowen going to keep it to the left side this time. And looks like the Lobos stop him after a gain of 1.
Someone put a stop to him. Who's that? Is that Brimhall? Somebody grabbed a hold of him, threw him down. That's 28.
Turley.
Brigden Turley. Good tackle by him.
And we get confirmation that the Altusay Falcons at the half are up 14-0 over the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Boy, the Falcons beat Globe last week, and we're starting to wonder whether Globe was a bad team or if the Falcons had a good team. Sounds like the Falcons have a good team. Pitch right side to Loving, and Loving carries it out across the 40 to the 35-yard line of Snowflake, and it'll bring up A 4th down and 1.
Good job by Loving, just following his blockers there, being very patient not to break out from behind those blockers, and really forcing those that deep secondary of Snowflake in that particular run to make the tackle.
I believe that was Christensen that was on the stop.
So they're going to try it on 4th.
Going for it on 4th down. We've had a lot of these tonight. 4th and 1 from the Snowflake 35. Bowen, long snap count. Gets the snap now, hands to Miles, and they're stopped.
Yeah.
Second effort, though, puts him across the 40, and it may be.
It's going to be really close.
It may be short. Yard to gain is the 34-yard line.
It looks like they're marking him short.
The nose of the football just shy of the 34, and it's Snowflake ball. That's the second time tonight the Snowflake defense has been able to do that.
That's a great stand by the Lobo defense. Again, you got to credit that front. Just doing a good job of filling gaps up front, and then, of course, the linebackers in behind him, standing up the runner. Really no room to run.
Well, Snowflake's defense was outstanding last week, holding Safford scoreless until the final seconds of the game. And tonight they've had 2 tremendous defensive stands. Actually make it 3 great stands. Here's Turley. And Turley finally breaks one for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down to midfield. Miles tackles him in the secondary at the Snowflake 49.
Turley coming out fired up in the second half. There's a lot of very aggressive running that time, even with 2 tacklers on him, keeping those feet moving in the deep secondary, just doing an outstanding job.
Ramage sets a receiver to the left and a receiver to the right. It's Rulli to the left side. I think that's Patterson on the right. They hand it to Turley straight ahead, and Turley gets it to the Ben Franklin 44-yard line. Bowen on the tackle, gains about 7 on first down, call it 6. They mark him back at the 45. Sorry, punt.
No, it's okay. This possession here, something we saw from Snowflake in the first half on one possession where they really were moving the ball well with their running game. They start off really well here in the second half. The key will be is their finish. They need to be able to finish.
Second down and 4 coming up. Ball at the Charger 45-yard line now. Ramage with 2 men split behind him in the backfield, stands in the gun. Play action, throws to Brimhall. Brimhall stiffs arm to tackle, but hanging on was McAfee. And then what looked like a late hit, maybe even a helmet-to-helmet contact, is what has the Snowflake fans to their feet complaining about the call. We'll see it on the replay here as
That's
Brimhall.
A good open field tackle there by the defense.
Well, that sure looked like we didn't have the end of that. Couldn't see the end of it there, but it looked like it was pretty late. Ramage, 2 men set in the eye. I believe that's Brimhall and Rulli. They give to Brimhall. Brimhall bangs his way across the 40-yard line to the 35. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
That's a good piece of running there by Brimhall. Again, he's being hit as he moves up through the middle of the field, but just keeps those feet moving and keeps his momentum downhill. Great job.
Nose of the football at the Charger 35-yard line where the Lobos have a fresh set of downs. Patterson again wide to the right, Rulli to the left, and they hand it to Turley. Turley hit at the line of scrimmage. Has a couple of yards. I think he got out to the 35-yard line. Turley's one of those backs that Snowflake is really excited about this season. They've got about six running backs that are competing for time on this roster. And Turley got a bunch of carries last week, only had 49 yards. They're expecting him to get a breakout night one of these nights when he can break loose. He's got a lot of speed. Ramage in trouble, flush to his right, he throws, it is incomplete, intended for David Brimhall. Had he caught it, he would have been at the, maybe even lost a yard on that play, so probably better that it went incomplete.
Well, that's Brimhall just making a quick out route, trying to beat the linebacker to the flat, but you got to credit Jordan Kemp, number 81, step for step with him out to that flat. And also good pressure from behind as Ramage rolls out.
Send Brimhall wide to the right with Patterson. Really here on the left side. Ramage has Turley behind him. Hands to Turley. Turley hit immediately and dropped. So the Chargers have figured it out here against Snowflake. And now Snowflake with a decision to make.
Try to do a draw play up the middle, but those defensive linemen along with one of the linebackers couldn't see the number. I think it might have been Tanner Willis, number 11, just doing a good job of staying inside and bringing down the runner as soon as he gets that handoff. So Snowflake with a 4th and 11.
Christensen, Brimhall, and Patterson wide to the right. Ruley here to the near side. Ramage steps back to throw on 4th and 10. Throws left side, and it is caught by Ruley for a first down inside the 10. And Ruley finally comes down with the circus catch. He had 2 of them before they were taken away, and this time he had the defender beat, and he's able to haul it in for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
He'll drive him in. He'll drive him to the inside of the field and make that quick cut out, and that's where he leaves the defender behind. So just an exceptional route, great pass.
We didn't quite get our camera on that one. We apologize. That was a tremendous catch by Ruley. Would have been a great highlight had we been able to keep up with it with our camera. Give it to Brimhall, and Brimhall is across the 10 to the 8-yard line. So 2nd and goal now from the 9.
Again, this is Snowflake's first possession in the second half, and they've done an outstanding job of moving the ball down the field, both running and passing. But the key, and we heard it from Coach Solomon at halftime, is he wants to see this team finish. And they're in a position here to do exactly that. They just need to stick with it.
And they're pointing to fans, or pointing to the end zone. And I think they're not sure what they're asking for. And I think they want the, oh, there's a drone. I guess there's a drone up in the air somewhere.
There's a drone.
And
There's
so
a drone.
So they're trying to get the drone away. Ramage on 2nd and goal from the 7. And he pitches and fumbles it, and it's going to go out of bounds. Turley dives on it as he goes out of bounds here in the near sideline.
They're lucky one of the defenders also looked like Ramage threw that pitch right through one of the defenders that was rushing, right over his head.
So it'll bring, as you mentioned, 3rd down and 16, 3rd and goal from the 16. Call it the, might even be closer to the 17-yard line. Ruley's wide to the right. Ramage is out of the backfield. He goes as a wide receiver to the right side. They put Patterson in the gun to throw. No, he's going to carry. Patterson trying to slip a tackle, and he won't get it. He's going to be knocked down at the 9-yard line. And Patterson in the Wildcat that time as they sent Ramage out wide to the right. And it'll be 4th down and goal from the 9. If they had a kicking game, they might go for a field goal here, but we saw last week that their kicking game was a little suspect. Christensen thought about coming out. Now he's back in. So from the 9-yard line, 4th down and goal. Snowflake with Ramage in the gun. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Brimhall and
screen.
Ruley is here to the left side to get a screen play. And it's Tanner Willis making the tackle shy of a touchdown. Turley was the receiver, and Turley makes the catch but has nowhere to run as Willis knocks him down. That name,
big play by Willis to read that screen perfectly.
That name, a common name here in Snowflake, and it will be a bitter name here tonight as he's able to turn the Lobos away, as the Lobos unsuccessful for the 2nd time tonight inside the red zone.
And again, we talked about, Coach Solomon talked about them being able to finish. There's a good drive there, their first drive of the second half, and just not able to get it into the end zone.
2nd down and, or excuse me, a 7-0 Ben Franklin. And Ben Franklin with the football will start from their 5. Loving looking for some room, has it out to the 6-yard line. Sparks and Standerfer in on the stop for the Lobos. Justin White also there. Ben Franklin wants a timeout. We take it with him. 2:06 left to play 3rd quarter. Ben Franklin up 7-0. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. Welcome back here to Snowflake High School. It is the Snowflake Lobos trailing 7-0 to Ben Franklin after the Charger timeout. It's 2nd down and 8 from the Snowflake 6-yard line. Bowen under center. 2-man split as wings, I should say, rather not split in tight as wings. They hand it off to the left side this time. Carrying the football is Miles. Miles gets it out to the 15-yard line. 3rd down and 3. Mingus up over Sholo 31-12 at Mingus, I believe. So 3 mountain teams finding themselves trailing here in week 2. Call it week 1 if you go by the AIA weeks, but the 2nd week of the season. Miles carries for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down here, and Bryden Hatch makes the stop for the Lobos.
Snowflake had good penetration defensively on that last play. Miles just able to beat a tackler in the backfield, and then once he gets through that, with his speed, he's able to beat the rest of the defense to the outside for the first down.
Ball at the 19. Snap to Bowen, and the keeper trying the right side this time. Not much there.
Look, Loving.
Yeah. Oh, Loving actually on the carry, and he has 4 yards. Make it 5. Standerfer in on the stop for Snowflake. We see the Chargers in their huddle here. Bowen brings his troops to the line. That ultra tight set. Linemen with their feet touching each other all the way across with double tights, double tight ends, double wings, a single back behind Bowen. They set Loving in motion, and sweeping to the right is Bowen, and Bowen gets around the edge. It'll be a first down if it doesn't come back, but we're going to wait before we call it a first down because there's a penalty marker back at the 20-yard line, right at the original line of scrimmage. And I thought it was the officials' technical problem. It was ours.
Ben Franklin, 10-yard penalty, still first.
So holding is the call. Chuck Copeland, the head official here tonight. Done a pretty good job on the calls tonight. And this time they catch a hold out on the edge, and instead of a first down, it's going to be a second down and 20. Ball back to the 10-yard line. Actually, it's going to be second and 19. The yard to gain is the 29. Scoreboard's making it look a little worse than it is. Bowen takes the snap. Hands to Miles, and Miles stacked up and knocked backwards. That'll bring up third down. Bradley Ruiz is in on the stop along with Justin White for Snowflake.
It's a good job by that defensive front for Snowflake, sliding down the line of scrimmage and making a big tackle there.
We'll step away as we go to the fourth and final quarter when we return. Ben Franklin up 7-0. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Grand Valley's up 13-12 in their game over Silver City in the third quarter. Here it's Ben Franklin up 7-0 over Snowflake, but a big third down and 19 here. We call it 3rd and 17.
Oh, a blitz.
Bowen screen, and it's incomplete. Intended that time for number 9 Grant Reeves, but Bryden Hatch was in the face of Bowen. And we got an injured Benjamin Franklin player on the ground. That's Dean Terrell, a sophomore offensive lineman.
He's cramping up, it looks like. That calf muscle's cramping up, but that's a great play by Hatch. He just went straight blitz right to the quarterback. They were trying to run a screen out on the flat, Ben Franklin was, but with that pressure right into the grill of the quarterback, just not able to execute at all. So a great defensive call there for the Snowflake Lobos, putting them in a pretty good position here. 4th down for Ben Franklin at their, the 15?
Yeah, 15. So 14, 13, yeah, somewhere in there.
So Snowflake should end up with good field position.
Well, the Ben Franklin passing game has not been very effective. They had a 7-yard reception that led to a touchdown. A 27-yard reception that led to a touchdown. But apart from that, there hasn't been much there. And it looks like they're going to get the injured player up. Dean Terrell coming off under his own power. And getting him some fluids. Second game of the season and not quite in mid-season form yet. 4th down and 17. Bowen looking like he's gonna punt here, although he's not. He's only back 10 yards. There's the snap,
Nice
gets a good
kick.
end-over-end punt, knocks it over Christensen's head. Christensen allows it to bounce out of bounds. It bounced at midfield, rolled into Snowflake territory, and goes out at the 44-yard line, call it the 43, where Snowflake will have the possession. So Snowflake down 7-0 here in this game. Blue Ridge in their game at Alchesay, losing 14-0. Sholo is trailing 31 to.
It's 14-6 Blue Ridge.
I think it's
Nice job, Dan.
31 to 12. 31 to 12 to Mingus, and Round Valley is up over Silver City 13 to 12. And I think there was a scoring update for the Blue Ridge game. We'll get that to you here in a second. Patterson will take the shotgun snap and hand it straight ahead to Brimhall. Brimhall bounces out of a tackle. No, that's Turley, but Turley will fall to the ground at the 40-yard line. Looked like he was going to break loose for a second. They'll have his knee down back at the 44, a gain of 1.
Well, he ran into a wall of Chargers at the line of scrimmage, did Turley, but as you say, Camden, just keeping those feet moving and a little bit of a spin move, looked like he might be able to break away, but just fell down.
Blue Ridge up 14-6, or down, sorry, 14-6 to the Alchesay Falcons. Handed to Brimhall. Brimhall, not much there. He's stacked up and knocked down. Might even have lost. He lost about a half a yard there. Glover on the tackle for the Chargers. It's Danny Glover, not the actor. Ramage gets the play, runs it in from the sideline, and will face a 3rd down and 9. We'll see who they send out as receivers here. Patterson wide to the right. Ruley wide to the left. Tight end lines up on the right side. That's Standerfer. Shotgun snap to Ramage. Steps back, throws to the left to Turley. Turley knocks over a defender, but is going to be brought down. That's McAfee, who hangs on to pull him down at midfield, and it'll be about 4 yards shy of a 1st down. 4th and 4 coming up for Snowflake. Scoreboard reads 4th and 3, but it's a long 3. Yard to gain is the 41-yard line. And a timeout called by the Lobos. We take it with them. 9:54 left to play. 4th. Ben Franklin up 7-0. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Why can they drive the ball down on that one possession and now they just fizz?
Well, we welcome you back. 7-0, Ben Franklin over the home team tonight, Snowflake. And they face a 4th down and a long 3. Call it a 4th and 4 from the 50-yard line. And we're having some technical issues with our graphic. We'll see what happens here. Ramage to throw, and it is incomplete, intended for Ruley, in and out of his hands. And guess who was on the coverage? Grant Reeves has had him marked all night. Danner Bowen also on the coverage for The Chargers turnover on downs at midfield. So Ben Franklin with another short field here tonight.
And like we talked at halftime, Camden, the key for, I feel the key for Ben Franklin with that running game they have, they're able to just march down the field, get a first down or two. We saw them burn up more than half of that the third quarter on their first possession doing that. Really, it's a clock management exercise for them here if they can keep the ball moving.
Bowen, play action, drops to throw right side, and it's incomplete, intended for Miles at the 34-yard line. Christensen was trailing him. Miles was open. The pass was just a little high and wide.
So it tells you what I know. They start off with the pass.
Well, you got to keep the defense. Got to keep the defense honest, right?
I guess. Yeah.
Miles sweeping to the left side. He's going to be knocked out of bounds near the 43. Close to a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. It's going to be short by a couple of yards.
Miles made a great move to set up that run to the outside. You can see him after the pitch. If we get a replay, I'm not sure we will. But anyway, he makes a dip down towards the line of scrimmage to pull the defenders and hold them a bit. And then with that quickness he has, able to beat him back outside again for a nice gain.
3rd down and 3. Call it 3rd and 2. Keeper by Bowen. He's gone. Nobody saw him off the right side. He's off to the races. He's going to score from 43 yards out. Snowflake Lobo fans have been silenced.
Where's the secondary on that? I guess they were on a blitz or something, but
somehow we missed the first part of that play. We'll see if we can find it for you. I don't know what happened to the replay, but you can see if you rewind the broadcast, you'll be able to see that just nobody picked him up. Nobody even put a hand on it. Lamo to kick, the point after try. Snaps good, place is good, kicks up, it's good, and the Chargers lead it 14-0 with 9:27 left in the contest. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Northern Pioneer College kickoff is returned by Cody Fox for the Snowflake Lobos at the 34-yard line. Sam Ruley looked like he may have gotten shaken up on the play. See if our camera 3 can get a shot of Sam Ruley on the ground over there right by him. Ramage in the gun, takes the shotgun snap, throws to Brimhall out to the left side on the wide receiver screen, and Miles makes the tackle after Brimhall gets to the 40-yard line.
Pickup. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Mason McKinley for Snowflake out there trying to make a block on the corner, but just not able to even handle. And then with the safety support coming up, just great defensive play by the Chargers. Snowflake still able to get about a 5-yard gain on that play.
That was the injured player, Sam Ruley. Christensen and Patterson are wide to the right side of the formation. They send 2 receivers to the left with Ramage in the shotgun. Pump fakes, throws right. Christensen wide open, caught at the 32, and slips a tackle, now slips another one to the 25, 20. Inside the 15-yard line, Christensen beats 2 defenders and has a Mount Mobile Auto Glass first down and new life into the step of this Snowflake team.
Well, as you say, he just completely beats the defense. Lit the pass, I mean, it's still got to the receiver, and Snowflake needs the plays right now. That's a big gain for them. But just an outstanding run after the catch by Christensen.
Call it a 56-yard reception to Christensen. Turley gets the pitch and goes right side, crosses the 10. So the biggest play of the night from Ramage to Christensen. Seven and a half remaining in the contest here. Patterson wide to the left. Standerfer's the tight end on the right side. And we get Ruley lined up as a wide receiver on the right side. Shotgun snap to Ramage. Steps and throws to Standerfer, and Standerfer was covered well. Ramage probably doing a good job of just overshooting everybody on that play.
Well, Standerfer having to run through a linebacker plus a safety over the top, just really not open there. And credit Ramage actually for throwing deeper into the end zone to avoid any defenders being able to get close to it, and it does stop the clock.
3rd and 6 from the Charger 9. Patterson left, Ruley right.
Oh,
shotgun snap is dropped by Ramage, and the Chargers are going to fall on it. Looked like Ramage was going to pick it up for a moment, but it fell to the ground again. And it's
a low
Tusher's.
snap.
Matthew Tusher is going to come up with the fumble recovery for the Chargers at the 15-yard line.
Again, how many times tonight have we seen Snowflake get down into scoring position within the 20, within the 15, and just not able to execute to finish off the drive?
Just things not going Snowflake's way here in this second half. Trailing 14-0 now with 7:17 left, and the clock is going to start to become a factor here. If Ben Franklin can get a drive here, they could seal this contest. They give to Loving. Loving off the right side. Snowflake is there. And no gain on the play, maybe a yard.
Good job defensively up front by the Lobos, along with Brimhall from his linebacker position, just shutting down Loving as soon as he makes his cut up the field.
Bowen under center. Taking as much time as they can. They go reverse to Miles, and Snowflake is there. Brimhall, first Lobo to find him in the backfield.
Again, great job up front. 55 for Snowflake Jesse Sparks, just staying in his lane and really denying that crossover reverse pitch. clogging up the gaps, and the linebackers coming in from the inside out, just to finish off the runner at the line of scrimmage.
Bowen, 3rd down and 8. Taking all the time they can off of the clock. Clock under 6 to play now in the contest. Bowen keeps right side. Can he get to the edge? No. Christensen able to get to him. A penalty marker comes in at the tackle. And it is Christensen at the 22-yard line. Knocks Bowen down.
Personal foul, face
On the Lobo.
First down.
We'll give him our first down.
Big penalty here. Going to put Ben Franklin, who was going to be forced to punt the football on that play, now has got a first down on the face mask call out at the 36-yard line. A Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down for Ben Franklin.
First and 10.
14-0 Chargers here. Up over the Lobos. Got a lot of rain and coming down in White River in that game with Blue Ridge. 14-6 is the score in the 4th quarter of that one. Bowen again taking as much time off the clock as he can as he hands the ball straight ahead. This time it's Willis on the carry out to the 40. And it brings up 2nd down and 6 at a 4-yard carry that time for Ben Franklin. And actually, I guess we got a new quarterback in. It's Alex Evans, the senior, in at quarterback for the Chargers. So Evans under center with a 2nd and 6 from the Charger 40-yard line. Long snap count. Takes the snap, pitches to Miles, sweeps to the left side. Miles cuts it back in, finds a small opening, gets a couple of yards. Make it 1 yard to the 41-yard line. Brimhall and Solomon combine on the tackle. And another big 3rd down play here. Snowflake running out of time. 4:08 left to play on the game clock and the clock running. Ben Franklin took over this football with about 7.5 remaining in the contest. And they have burned through the seconds here. Snowflake needing 2 possessions, trailing 14-0 in this contest. Pitch to Chancin Loving, and Loving goes right side this time. It'll be 4th down as Brimhall will tackle him at the 49, and a timeout, call it rather the 44-yard line. Timeout Snowflake. 3:37 left to play in the contest. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Well, we welcome you back here to Snowflake High School, where the Lobos trail 14-0. Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football. 4th down and 1. Looks like the Chargers are going to go for it.
Huge play here for the Lobo defense.
At the 44-yard line. Evans takes the snap, keeps himself, has the first down. No, they hand to Willis. And Willis has a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down at the 48-yard line. 3.5 left in the contest.
Simple handoff up the middle, good line surge by Ben Franklin. All they
First
needed
down, Benjamin Franklin.
was a couple yards, and they end up getting 4 on that carry. So with 3:33 left here in the fourth. You know, we talked about the effectiveness of this Ben Franklin running game, and if they could just sustain drives in the second half, it would put them in a good spot to walk away with a victory, and that's certainly how they performed in the entire second half.
Want to remind you, if you'd like to win those ASU tickets, call now, 928-532-1010. Get registered. We'll be drawing the winner of those tickets at the end of the contest. That's 928-532-1010. Loving right side, has some room, gets across midfield, knocked down by Standerfer at the 2-yard line. Patterson also in on the stop. Round Valley playing Silver, New Mexico tonight, and Silver has gained the lead over Round Valley in the third quarter, 18-13 in that contest. So Mountain teams in trouble tonight. Blue Ridge trailing to Alchese, Show Low trailing to Mingus, and Round Valley trailing to Silver, and Snowflake trailing to the Chargers here. Ben Franklin 14-0. Ben Franklin now with a 2nd down and 6 in Snowflake territory at the Snowflake 48-yard line. And they hand up the middle to Willis. Not much there, maybe a yard. See a great shot there by our camera crew as Willis trying to lean over to get some extra yardage. Coming up off the bottom of that pile there for Snowflake is Caleb Yucatil, the 5'11", 167-pound defensive lineman, senior defensive lineman, and we get timeout on the field. We'll keep it here. ASU opens their season next Saturday, not tomorrow, but the following Saturday, and we have 4 tickets for you and your family to go attend. All you got to do is call 928-532-1010. Ashley will get you registered. All you have to do is give us your name and phone number to register, and we'll be doing the drawing here in our post-game comments. So make sure you get registered now. Last chance to call, 928-532-1010 if you'd like to win those tickets. Last time we talked to Ashley, there was only 5 people that were registered, and so if you want to win those tickets, you've got a pretty good chance. Give them a call now at 928-532-1010. 532-1010. 3rd down, 4 to go. Big 3rd down play here. Give it to Loving. Loving goes right side. He's going to be knocked down. Brimhall pulls him down, but he's close to a 1st down. He's going to be short by a yard at the 43-yard line, 44-yard line.
We're right at 2 minutes here in the football game. 4th down and 1 yard, so clearly Ben Franklin is just going to chew up as much as they can. They'll go ahead and try to get the 1st down here.
4th down conversions are going to be part of the storyline tonight. As Ben Franklin taking a lot of time here on 4th down and 1, clock continuing to roll down.
Quarterback's watching his coach.
Evans under center, and they call timeout after they let the clock roll to 1:29. We take a break with them. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Either him or...
Welcome back. It's the Snowflake Lobos trailing Ben Franklin here tonight. 14-0 and a 4th and 1. This is the ball game right here. Minute 29 left to play after the timeout. Evans under center, sets a man in motion. They'll pitch to him. That's Miles. Hit in the backfield, stood up, knocked backwards. Did he get a 1st down? Forward progress, official says, is in between the 43 and the 44, and it is not enough for a 1st down.
Great job by Standerfer in particular, and he just comes up that gap as soon as he sees Miles. try to maneuver up the middle of the line and just lays a big hit on him. Just outstanding work by Standerfer and his teammates, but Standerfer really excelled on that play.
Visit them over there in Taylor for all your tire needs.
Ramage is going to have a couple of cracks at it here. There's still time left, a minute and a half, if they can manage the clock. Now, they struggled with that at the end of the first half. They send Rulli here to the right side. 2 receivers to the left, make it a trip set to the right side as they send Turley wide out in that bunch on the left side. Ramage with an empty backfield, steps back, now rolls to his right, throws, and it is caught by Patterson at midfield. He'll step out of bounds at the 46. So well, no, they have not signaled for a first yet, but now they say it is. A Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. Ramage buying himself some time here, and we see the first reception to Patterson here tonight, who led the team in catches with 6 receptions last week against Safford. Patterson's wide to the left this time. Rulli down here on the bottom of your screen on the right side. Play action. Ramage throws to the right. It is caught by Standerfer. Standerfer with the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down to the Charger 30. Couple of quick first downs here. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first downs for Snowflake. Back at the line of scrimmage with 1:07 left. And Ramage forced to spike the football here. I think that's one thing Snowflake's going to want to work on next week, is being able to run a play in that situation instead of give up a down. You know, in high school football, with every first down, the clock stops. And so you have an opportunity to get up to the line of scrimmage, and if you've got a good hurry-up offense, you can run a play, keep that defense on their toes. 2nd and 10, trips to the left, single receiver to the right, I believe is Rulli. Ramage throws across the middle. It is caught for a first down at the 20-yard line.
Great pass by Ramage. That's in coverage. He had a tight window to throw through to get it through the linebacker and just found the receiver, Christensen.
Jake Christensen on the reception. And we may have to dump out of the replay here as Ramage takes a snap and spikes the ball to stop the clock again after the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down at the 20-yard line of the Chargers. Snowflake down 14-0. Now under a minute to play. The Lobos need a touchdown and an extra possession here. They'll kick an onside kick if they can get the touchdown here and try to get the ball back. Rulli to the left. Patterson wide right along with Christensen. Tight end lines up on the left side. And looking to throw again is Ramage. He's flushed, in trouble, gets rid of it, throws to Patterson. Patterson comes back and makes the catch at the 11 and falls out of bounds.
That's great patience by Ramage. You know, he's rolling out and can see the field, but good coverage defensively. And really credit Patterson for coming back to help his quarterback with that sideline route.
At the 11-yard line, clock stopped at 45 seconds left. Lobos looking to score their first touchdown of the night, down 14-10. Christensen, Patterson, Turley wide to the left. It looks like Rulli along with Fox wide to the right. Ramage in trouble. He steps up, buys some time. Now with the man hanging on, it throws to the end zone. Touchdown! Patterson!
Wow.
Well, they were unable to get to Patterson all night.
Well, Ramage has a defender with his jersey, and he just, great patience. He finds that receiver open right in the corner, just perfect pass.
That is Dean Terrell that had him, grabbed his jersey and was trying to pull him backwards, but Ramage with composure throws it to Patterson. We mentioned Patterson at the top of the broadcast was one of our Ace Hardware key players of the game punt. He didn't make a catch in the first half, and he makes 2 key catches on this drive, including the touchdown. And the Lobos are within a touchdown now of tying this contest. On the untimed down, though, Ben Franklin's going to call timeout because I don't think they thought Snowflake was going to go for 2 here. So they want to talk it over. We take a break with them. 14-6, Ben Franklin on top. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
Well, we welcome you back. Absolutely fantastic ball game here at Snowflake. 14-6, Snowflake able to come back and able to get a touchdown. Now the try for on the untimed down, going to go for 2. Ramage in the gun. Turley, is that Turley? No, it's Fox. And they hand to Fox, and Fox is going to be in for the 2-point conversion. So Snowflake, a touchdown away from tying this game. They are a touchdown and an extra point away from winning the contest.
Well, for that play to work, you have to have outstanding blocking up front, and that's exactly what they get from the low ball line. Just a quick hitter right up the middle to get a big 2-point conversion. The key now is what they can do on this kickoff with just, 38 seconds left.
Yeah, they got to get the ball back here. Ramage to Patterson for the touchdown, and then Cody Fox carries for the 2-point conversion. And with 38 seconds, it's 14-8. Chargers on top of the Lobos here. Don't forget, if you're interested in winning those Sun Devil tickets, you still got some time to call. We had about 10 more phone calls since the last announcement, so about 15 people in the drawing. We'll draw it in our post game. The number to call is 928-532-1010. That's 532-1010. Call Ashley, give her your name and your number. If you can't get through, try again. 928-532-1010. Here's the onside kick. Northland Pioneer College kickoff. It was loose for a moment, and it looked like McAfee fell on it.
Yeah, they're going to say Ben Franklin has it. Number 30 for Jackson Miles.
Well, and that's your ball game right there, folks. Snowflake.
Ben Franklin will have
I think Snowflake has no timeouts left. Is that correct? No timeouts left, so Ben Franklin will take a knee, and that'll be it. Unfortunately for Snowflake, that onside kick they needed, and they just could not come up with it. They're going to fall 14-8 here tonight to the Chargers of Ben Franklin. There's the knee as Alex Evans takes the snap, takes the knee. The officials will mark the football. Clock winding to under 25 seconds, and that's the last play. They don't even have to run another play. Don't forget, call if you'd like those ASU tickets. We've got 4 of them for you and your family to go down and enjoy the season opener at Sun Devil Stadium. That's not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Tickets around the 30 or 40 yard line, about 14 rows from the field. This is a great place to watch the ball game. Call now at 928-532-1010 if you'd like to win those tickets. 928-532-1010. We'll announce the winner in our post-game comments during our post-game show. 14-8, Ben Franklin over Snowflake tonight. We've got a bunch of scores for you. We'll recap this contest, plus a look inside the numbers with some of our key players, our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game, our Beeler Orthodontic Straight Line Play of the Game, and our What else? Oh, the glass-shattering hit of the game brought to you by Deemer's Glass. Punt Cooley's got all that for you coming up next in the post game, right here from Snowflake High School. This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Sparks on a sack.
Yeah, Sparks on a sack. That'll work.
Yeah. That was like in the first quarter, wasn't it?
Yeah. Is Dylan in the truck? Is Dylan in the truck? Okay, tell him he needs to get the mic. Tell him to come up to the thing. Kinley, take that to him as well.
So are
It's
you
all right.
guys?
You give it to Dylan.
How about we go?
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
Well, we welcome you back to Snowflake High School. The final, the Chargers over the Snowflake Lobos, 14-8. That will do it for Snowflake as they fall to 1-1 on the season. The Chargers improve to 2-0 and pick up a very big win against Snowflake, and Snowflake has a lot to talk about. They certainly played a lot better this week than they did last week, and unfortunately it wasn't enough to come away with the win. We've got your Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. Beeler Orthodontics, and the play of the game punt was no doubt about it. It was the most important play of the night.
Well, that's that big interception. Snowflake having an opportunity to put up their first points of the game right before halftime. That pass into the corner of the end zone from Ramage to, I think it was
to Ruley.
Ruley.
Yep. And
Ruley actually is able to beat the coverage to the corner and get his both hands on the ball. And unfortunately, we couldn't, from our position here, couldn't really see what happened. But Grant Reeves, number 9 for Ben Franklin, was able to come down with Ruley and basically just ripped the ball right out of Ruli's hand to get the interception. That's how the first half ended. So Snowflake obviously not being able to put up that touchdown, but that ends up probably being the difference for them. Now that the final score being 14-8, so that was a huge play. Not only keeping Ben Franklin on top going into halftime, but as it turns out in the end of the game, that would have been a huge touchdown for the Lobos to have. They could have had a chance to come out on top tonight.
Yeah, that was either the game-tying or game-winning touchdown, depending on the point after try of that game in the final seconds of the half. Not to mention the fact that may have changed the momentum going into that second half. So, huge play that time. So our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game to Grant Reeves tonight, who had 2 terrific interceptions, but none more important than that one to take away a touchdown in the end zone. Time now for our Deemer's Glass shattering hit of the game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Quality glass at affordable prices. Call Deemer's Glass at 1-888-GLASSMAN. That's Deemer's Glass, 1-888-GLASSMAN. And, there were some big hits tonight on both sides of the ball. A lot of the hits you couldn't see because that tight formation was kind of blocking your view of what was going on inside there. But always glass-shattering hits in 3A football, especially from these mountain teams. And a team like Ben Franklin always willing to take it to any team they play. Our Deemer's Glass shattering hit of the game tonight, Punt.
Well, both of these teams have good speed, and that usually when you have players flying around on the field, you're going to end up seeing some of those. And I think we'll go ahead and break here. I think Ron has Coach down on the field.
Yeah, let's go downstairs and check in with Ron Everingham. Ron.
Coach Solomon, thanks. You're always so gracious to come over here and talk to us. Tough game tonight. A lot of red zone, impact plays. Yeah, and so maybe give us some of your thoughts.
Well, you hate to take a loss. That's always first and foremost. But I'm proud of our kids. I'm proud of the way we played tonight. Cut down a lot on the penalties and some of the mistakes from last week. Still making some other mistakes on things, but you gotta walk away from this one feeling pretty good. That's one of the best teams in 3A. They're ranked right up there among the top 4 in most people's opinion, and we're excited to move on and keep getting better. And I told the boys this is exactly why we built the schedule. We want to be tested by the time we roll into region play and playoffs, and this was a great test for us. We see what we have to get to be able to do it. Super proud of our defense, Coach Hargrove and the defensive coaches. Great game plan, and the more you guys see of this Ben Franklin team, you don't hold them down very well again in that double wing offense that they run, and our defense did a really good job tonight of doing that. And so I'm curious to see the stats. I think we probably outgained them. I think we moved the ball up and down the field in the red zone a few times, like you mentioned, but we've got to get better at finishing. So.
One of the impact plays or the kind of broke your back to go up 14-0 was the untouched quarterback there. Can you walk me through that and what may happen?
Like I say, they run that offense well. Your first look at it, you'd think that they couldn't play against good teams with that offense, but we got a lot of film from last year watching them, and against the good teams, they moved the ball just like that. And like I say, I think we held them down really well, but on that one, somehow our kids just jumped outside. They were looking outside, and the seam opened up for them inside, and that was all she wrote. Big hole, fast kid. He was gone. So, and we were lucky. Coach Jefferies, great coach over there, and his son, number 24, I forget his first name, but he's got a knee injury, and that definitely slowed their offense down a little bit too. But great team, great play tonight. I'm proud of our boys, proud of them. Happy they came up here to play us, and we're hate the loss, but we'll take it. We'll learn from it. So.
Yeah, kudos to you, and good game for scheduling a team to come up here and not just a patsy, but Coach.
We got one or two more down the road. So I was just hearing Page beat Florence, I think, tonight. So.
I didn't hear that, but anyhow.
Well, we'll have to see it.
Okay. Thanks again, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Ron. Appreciate Coach Solomon taking some time with us here at the end of the contest. We'll look to get some potentially get some players if possible, and as we continue our Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game. Punt.
Well, I was going to say, we called his number out a few times tonight, but from his defensive line position, Jesse Sparks for Snowflake, number 55, did a great job tonight of putting pressure on that quarterback and on plays when he was able to do so. And I think it happened in the first quarter of this football game. He just did an outstanding rush and put a really big hit on that quarterback for Ben Franklin. Got the sack, actually. And I think it was a play that may have ended one of their drives, but that was by far one of the better hits we saw tonight.
Jesse Sparks, a spark plug for that defense on the Lobos side of the ball, is our glass-shattering hit of the game. Brought to you by Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Hands down the best place to call when you want quality glass at affordable prices. That's Deemer's Glass at 1-888-GLASSMAN. Call Deemer's Glass at 1-888-GLASSMAN. Time for our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. And Honda always with the best selection of hunting, hiking, camping, and fishing gear. If you come up to the White Mountains, you'll find that that's the best place to go for all of your gear, whether you need new skis or a new snowboard or you need to rent stuff. Go to the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Our player of the game tonight, Punt.
Well, we started the game off with some of these key players, and we talked about the backfield for Ben Franklin. And they're certainly good backs. Loving and Miles are the two we highlighted. I thought Miles had a really good game tonight. We saw those few occasions when he was able to bounce outside with his speed. But, credit that Snowflake defense. Coach Solomon was right. I thought their defense, like last week, played a really solid football game overall, so props to them. The entire defensive team, I just thought, did a great job. But the one player that I think really kind of surprised us, he was consistent all game long, especially on the defensive side for Ben Franklin, is number 21, Cade McAfee. We just saw him very mobile, very aggressive. Saw him on some big plays, shoot the gaps at the line of scrimmage and come up with some big tackles to slow down that Snowflake offense. And on offense, also plays tight end, got some good blocks tonight for that running game of Ben Franklin. But defensively, he really just played an outstanding game tonight. Number 21, Cade McAfee.
So our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game is Cade McAfee of the Ben Franklin Chargers. Congratulations to Cade McAfee. And we're going to have a chance to talk to Cade here in just a second, as we'll see if we can't arrange that for you here in just a moment. Final chance, we're going to do our run. We're going to do our drawing here in just a second. Final chance to pick up, to register for those ASU tickets. Call 928-532-1010. That's 928-532-1010. Let's go downstairs again and check in with Ron Everingham. Ron?
Here with Cade McAfee. Hey, great game. You're our player of the game tonight. And you had, I think you said 12 tackles and just an impact player. What did you think about coming up here and playing in the White Mountains? Is it any different? The air thinner? What do you think?
Yeah, a little bit of elevation. I was a little bit more tired than usual, and they got a great program up here. They're kind of legends up here, and it was a great game.
Okay, and now what are you guys looking to take out of this game coming into the rest of the season? Looking forward here.
We're gonna learn how to fix our double wing. Like, this was our first big challenge this year with our double wing, and we're gonna fix it. Watch some film, and learn what we have to do to fix this.
A couple of huge defensive plays, some takeaways on the interception side. We were looking for Grant Reeves, but we couldn't find him. But why don't you just mention something about your defense?
Our defense plays as a unit. I would have got no tackles without Jordan Kemp on the strong side, forcing the cutback. Matthew Tusher in the middle. My lineman up front. It's just a team. It's a team defense.
All right, awesome. Well, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys have a safe trip home. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Ron. We'll see if we can get Grant Reeves, who is, I think, coming across the field. We'll try to get Grant Reeves, who took away 2 big interceptions, but really the biggest one is the one in the end zone, where he stole a Snowflake touchdown away from the Lobos. And we'll see if we can't get him mic'd up here in just a moment. But we want to say a special thanks to all of our sponsors here tonight: Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Sunrise Park Resort, Northland Pioneer College, Summit Regional Medical Center, Beeler Orthodontics, Little Bluebird Studios, Deemer's Glass, the Indian Pine Restaurant out at the Honda Resort and Casino, Octopus Car Wash, Subway, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and, of course, Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce, the absolute best place to buy your next car, truck, van, or SUV is Sholo Ford. They have the lowest price guaranteed in the state of Arizona on every new car, truck, van, or SUV in the state of Arizona. Let's go downstairs and check in with Ron Everingham. Ron?
We're down here with Grant Reeves. How does somebody go about getting some bling like this?
This is called the turnover chain, and if you get a turnover on defense, you get to wear the chain for a couple plays until you get to go back on the field. So, I got 2 interceptions this game, and I get to wear it.
You played huge, and so congratulations to that. Coming into this game, did you guys do what you wanted to do? Were you planning on, getting some takeaways? What'd you think?
I think we did an amazing job. I think we came out here, did exactly what we needed to do, completed just everything we needed to do, and went our way. Defense really stepped up this game. Obviously, we had how many turnovers? We had 3 or 4 turnovers this game. Yeah, that was really good for us. So I think I'm proud of all my boys, and we did really good this game.
Well, that was a huge turnover going into the half, because you basically walk me through that play. What happened? Because we thought he caught it.
Okay, so he ran I think he ran a post corner, and I was trailing him. I had my arm on his back. I turned around and I saw the ball. I stepped in front of it. He had his hands on it, but I overpowered him, and I just stripped it away. Got it.
All right. Well, congratulations on the win. That's possibly the best walk-through play that we've ever had on this program. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you so
much. All right. Have a safe trip. Back to you guys.
All right. Thanks, Ron. Nice job there. Grant Reeves, our Beeler Orthodontic straight line play of the game. And that's going to wrap things up for us. We want to say, again, special thanks to our sponsors tonight. It is time to draw for let's see. We want to draw for a winner of our ASU tickets, and we're going to go back to the studio, and Ashley Harley's going to tell us who that is. Ashley, have you had a chance to draw yet for those? See if Ashley can hear us or not. Cannot hear Ashley. So, well, I thought we could hear Ashley. We heard her before.
Okay, the winner is
there we go.
Rachel Carpenter.
All right, Rachel Carpenter, winner of the ASU tickets. Go to the studios and pick those up next week. We'll have them for you. We're open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Be sure to pick them up early in the week, though, to make sure that you get them. And Rachel Carpenter, our winner of our ASU tickets. Punt, you'll have to call her if you want to go to the game.
Yeah. Ain't gonna happen.
Poor Punt. He's stuck on those kiddies down in Tucson.
Yep.
But anyway, congratulations to Rachel Carpenter. We thank the entire crew here tonight for the broadcast and our sponsors. Special thanks to our in-studio producer, Ashley Harley, our spotter and statistician tonight, Mike Caldwell. Actually, Angie Caldwell on stats tonight. And all Mike had to do was spot. Pretty good night, Mike. A lot easier. So we say thanks to our sideline reporter, Ron Everingham, our effects microphone tonight. Kinley was in on that a little bit. Kinley Caldwell, as well as Dylan Smith, our executive producer here tonight, Talicia Stonestreet. And we have a whole list of names. Graphics is Chris Bennett. And unfortunately, I don't have all of the names in front of me, so we'll just leave it at that. Once again, the final, Chargers victorious over the Lobos tonight, 14-8. Some other scores from around the state. Round Valley loses to Silver, 18-13. and they pick up their first loss of the night. No update on the Alchesay Blue Ridge game. At last we heard it was 14-6 in Alchesay. Sholo was trailing Mingus. Last time we heard 31-12 in that contest. So Mountain teams falling here tonight. Bunch of them going to suffer some losses. We'll be at St. John's High School next week to bring you the Blue Ridge St. John's game. We invite you back for that one right here on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com. Until then, we say good night and so long, everybody.
This has been an iTalk 106.7 Sports Exclusive, presented by Sholo Ford. High school football is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Little Bluebird Studios, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. This is a copyrighted broadcast. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or reuse of this program without the express written consent of iTalk 106.7 and Country Mountain Airwaves is expressly prohibited. For more information about this game and others around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.